ABC. I'm addicted now to making videos, so I'm back for another one. Hopefully I'll keep it going, and I am really enjoying being back in the fold. So I'm just gonna show 5. I'm just gonna be a quick video, but I'm gonna show 5 records that I picked up at my local radio station. If you watched my previous video, I was discussing that I was lucky to pick up 60 records, so I'm just slowly going through them, listening to them, and I decided this time I was going to do what I used to do a while back, and that was, I'm just going to turn this down a bit. I wrote down some notes to kind of, because I got some stuff wrong in my last video, and that's going to happen. I mean, and I love it. I love, you know, learning what I did wrong for sure, so I don't do it again. But I used to do this all the time, is make little notes and stuff. Oh, for those of you who have missed Charlie, here he is. Right, Charlie? Yeah. He's still kicking, still rocking and rolling. Anyways, so yeah, I did some videos, or I did some notes, and I'm still trying to work out the kinks, my nervous kinks, but hopefully the videos are translating okay. In the background, I'm not sure how much you can hear it, probably not very well at all, but listening to a local post-punk album from the 70s, I believe, 80s, or late 80s, or early 80s, sorry. There's actually no date on it. Anyways, it's a group called Decade of Dreams. It's a private press. Well, it's on a label, but a very super small label based out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, on DTK Records. Oh, there it is, 1988. Yeah, there somewhere. Anyway, Decade of Dreams, that's what we're listening to. It's kind of really cool, kind of post-punk, new wave music. I love it. This is a great album. I have 2 albums by these guys, and they didn't make many of these, so it's probably hard to find, but pretty cool stuff. We're listening to the second side. Is this all backwards? I can't tell. All right, anyways, so Decade of Dreams is playing in the background. I'm playing that because I don't think I'll get stung for it. All right, so Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry. I picked this up for $1.25 at the, see, it still has when they played it on the air play box, when they had it on the play box. I picked this up at the university. Fantastic post-punk, UK-based post-punk. This is their, what is it? It's from 1988. I read this on Wikipedia. These stills that they use for these albums are from a BBC documentary called A Testament to a Bushman. They use there's audio on the actual album and stills from that BBC documentary, and this is fantastic music. I want to find some more music by Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry. Post-punk at its finest, really. So really happy to have that. The next album I picked up, this was a very pleasant surprise. I know of both of these artists, but never really thought that they collaborated. This is their second of 3 collaborations. This is David Sylvain and Robert Fripp, and it's called Darshan, The Road to Graceland. And what did I write down about this? This is the album. It's from Darshan, The Road to Graceland. The original is on an album called The First Day. And there's a remix on here by the Future Sound of London that is just fantastic. This is definitely a promo copy, if you will. It's all white label on the Virgin label, but this is fantastic. There's like the very first track on here, Darshan, The Road to Graceland, the long version. just by Fripp and Sylvain is 17 minutes long. So they really get into a cool little groove. Very hypnotic stuff. Highly recommended. I know Derek Higgins, I think you've mentioned this before in one of your videos. I think you had the whole album. This is really interesting to find, and I very much enjoyed it. Next, this was I don't really know this band very well, so I figured, you know, for $1.25, check them out. This is the Bumhole Surfers. I know that they're super famous, like a lot of people, but I just have never really had an opportunity to listen to them. This is one of their EPs from 1986 called Widowmaker, on the Touch and Go label. It's a 12-inch. It's basically like avant hardcore music mixed with a little bit of psychedelia. It's funny too, because this album came with this other album in here, and it's just pure techno music. BZ, All the Moments Gone. Someone must have just put it in there by accident, but I don't have any. I don't think I have a single techno album, so now I do. Yeah, this was really interesting. I probably won't play it too much, but when I'm feeling aggro, I'll put it on, yo. So there's that, and just a couple more. Only at 6 minutes. That's good. All right. So the next album, I was really pleasantly surprised, because I'm a huge fan of Sugar, and you know, Bob Mould's solo album after he split with Husker Du, I do believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but this album, Warehouse, what's it called? Warehouse Songs and Stories, named particularly because they rented a warehouse to rehearse for this album, is just fantastic. It's really, really beautiful, lush, kind of very kind of poppy, rather than like what I expected, which was going to be like, I thought it would be very, very punky kind of thing, but it's more in the vein of Sugar. I feel. I mean, I just love Copper Blue, and this sort of. I mean, obviously it's because Bob Mould is the principal singer, probably, but it's fantastic. I read a little bit about this album before doing research for this video, and Grant Hart and Bob Mould had huge like misgivings during the recording of this album. And I think this and Candy Apple Grey, they were the last, like, that was it. The Husker Du was done. But what else can I tell you about this? It's on Warner Brothers, and yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. This is an original press released on Warner Brothers, a 2 LP set, promo, in excellent condition. Not even really all that written on, is it? It is on the back, just a little bit, but I don't really mind it. Fred Big Star 1000 made a good point. He said, like, you know, it shows the battle scars, you know, it's like, it shows the history, and, you know, that's why, you know, I don't really mind little scratches and stuff on records. Not that I put them there intentionally, but if I buy a record and it has them, and yeah, I don't really mind that so much. I don't know why. I know a lot of people are sort of, you know, audiophile about it all, but I don't know. Anyway, a little aside. Okay, last record is a record by The Fall. I actually already have this record, and mine's an original UK press, and this one is the American press from 1980. This is The Fall with Extricate. Fantastic post-punk. First album that they made after Marky Smith had his divorce. So a lot of the like pop elements and stuff are apparently, this is when they kind of threw that out the window and got back to their kind of fall roots, like sort of punky, edgy kind of stuff. Fantastic album. I mean, you can't go wrong with any Fall album, to be honest. I don't think. You know, they all have something to give, and yeah, I'm really happy to have this. I'll probably pass this along with some VCLT eventually, but yeah, it's hard to leave it there for $1.25. All right, so Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a comment. I try to comment back to every single comment that's given. And yeah, it's fun to be back in the fold of the VC, you know, and meeting or just, you know, having discussions with people that I haven't talked to in a very long time. There's reasons for that, but we won't get into that for now. But anyways, I'm back, and I found out today, actually, a friend of mine and I, Andrew, a local fella in town, a good friend of mine, we're going to be doing a radio show again, so that'll be fun. I'll give you details if you ever want to listen. It'll be a podcast, of course, but if you want to listen live, you could do that as well. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'm ready for it. I had like, what, a 2-3 year break from doing my radio show. I used to do one called The Vinyl Underground. But this will be a completely different thing, but same kind of music, just different name, different time slot, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, talk to you later, VC, and don't be shy. Say hi. Bye-bye.